सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति। ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतम् भावातीतं विवेकं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। हे प्रभो आनंद दाता ज्ञान हमको दीजिए शीघ्र सारे दूर हमसे कीजिए लीजिए हमको शरण में हम सदाचारी बने ब्रह्मचिंतक ब्रह्मरक्षक वीरव्रतधारी बने। हे प्रभु आनंद दाता ज्ञान हमको दीजिए निंदा किसी की हम किसी से भूल कर भी ना करें सत्य बोले झूठ त्यागे मेल आपस में करें। हे प्रभु आनंद दाता ज्ञान हमको दीजिए प्रेम से हम गुरुजनों की नित्य ही सेवा करें दिव्य जीवन हमारा तेरे यश गाया करें। हे प्रभु आनंद दाता ज्ञान हमको दीजिए शीघ्र सारे दुर्गुणों को दूर हमसे कीजिए दूर हमसे कीजिए। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय वृन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ संयुक्त विमानचारि अम्बिके जगदम्बिके ॐ संयुक्त विमानचारि अम्बिके जगदम्बिके सर्वमङ्गलदायिके सर्वार्थ सिद्धिप्रदायिके सर्वमङ्गलदायिके सर्वार्थ सिद्धिप्रदायिके संशयुक्त विमानचारि अम्बिके जगदम्बिके गानलोले दीनपाले मालिनी असुराजिके गानलोले दीनपाले मालिनी असुराजिके सप्त सुंदर नीलगिरि शुभ्र निवासने यक्ष किन्नर सिद्ध चारण कालिका कर पालिके घोर कलश विधात्री शंकरी वीण चरित्रियम्बिके हंसयुक्त विमानचारि अम्बिके जगदम्बिके हंसयुक्त विमानचारि अम्बिके जगदम्बिके अंबिके जगदम्बिके, अंबिके जगदम्बिके, जय बोलो जगदम्बा माता की जय। श्री सत्यनाथ महाराज की जय। जय जय रघुवीर समर्थ। Then 34th one, no? Right?
Sir, 34.
Hmm. Okay. Read, read 34th one. Ravi chanted. You only read it. 34th.
अकीर्तिं चापि भूतानि कथयिष्यन्ति ते व्ययां सम्भावितस्य चाकीर्तिर्मरणादतिरिच्यते.
Hmm.
People too will recount your everlasting dishonor, and to the one who has been honored, dishonor is more than death. To a famous hero, dishonor is worse than death. This is another argument that Krishna brings forth to persuade his friend to give up his hesitation in fighting the great war. The general import is that if Arjuna were to abandon the fight, he could do only so because of his cowardice, since the cause of the war is righteous. Certainly, there is an undercurrent of sympathy in Krishna's words, as he realizes that however great a hero Arjuna might be, even he could be weakened by some wrong emotionalism.
Hmm. See, those people who keep them names, even we, for example, we don't want our name to be blemished in any way of the other. है ना? We have tried. Why do we strive day in and day out? What do we strive for? To keep a good name in the family, in the society. Therefore, we don't adopt to unfair means. We don't go for corruption. We don't go for money under the table. All the other things we don't steal. Have my family is there. I have to keep the name of my family intact. Now here, what happens? What Krishna says that once you withdraw yourself from the battlefield for any reason, what will happen? People, there are so many number of people saying whatever they want. Now even a small soldier, petty soldier, will say अरे क्या अर्जुन भाग गया युद्ध से. Even they will point out, and you are till now you are the unconquered warrior. Anyone who says anything to Gandhi also, you are given a curse. You know that story, no? That once for some reason Yudhishthir and everyone was sitting there, Dharmaraj and Yudhishthir and everyone, and Yudhishthir jokingly said something to Gandhi, that Dhanush, and the bow. But he forgot that Arjuna had taken a vow that anyone who insults my Gandhi, I am going to kill him. He will not remain alive. Now Yudhishthir himself has done that. He was perplexed. He didn't know what to do. Then naturally, who is the guide, philosopher and guide? Lord Krishna. He went to him. He said, I said, so now I've taken the vow. He said, don't do nothing. You go in front of Yudhishthir and say some harsh words in front of everybody. In front of everybody, in front of your brothers. That will suffice. He said, how come that? He said, these people are such that even a word said to them is like death for them. Even if tarnishes his image in any way, it is like death to him. And now you are withdrawing yourself from the battlefield. The people they will not see the intention behind it, but people will turn superficially that he's a coward. Bhavan Pala. घाबरलाय. And therefore, this will be more than death to you. And dishonest more than death. Everyone starts speaking against you. Now you are thinking that I am doing the right thing. Even see in our own life, day-to-day life, we take so many decisions. So many times we are forced to take some decisions, or conditions are such or circumstances are such that we have to take certain decisions. Now, while taking those decisions, what happens is sometimes we take the right decision, sometimes we don't, and then when it backfires on you and boomerangs on you, it is more than death to us. क्या यार, why did I do that? Even sometimes see, we are human beings. कभी कभी गलत बात भी हो सकती है ना? It's a life. It is full of all types of permutations and combinations. Sometimes you could do, sometimes there are mistakes occur inadvertently or purposefully. ठीक है, but then these will go on pricking your conscience all the while. What else is sin? That action which goes and pricks your conscience afterwards, after that action has been done, just termed that is sin. है ना? मी का रागवलो बरं, मुलाला खूप रागवलं आणि मारला एक चपटा. राग आपल्याला अनावर झाला, तर त्या त्या रागाला पण त्याने पाप म्हटलंय. That is a sin. That which you have done, which gives you what is it? Results in the pricking of your consciousness. कशाला केलं? But then you might say there are some thieves who go and they nothing happens to them. What about them? It is not. I asked someone. I didn't ask. Someone asked the same question to Guruji. म्हणजे की असं असतं की यू आर सेइंग दिस इज अ सिन, बट त्याला चोर लुटेरे त्यांना काय वाटतच नाही. दे गो ऑन किलिंग. ही सेज दे गो ऑन किलिंग, but it is not that they are not understanding it. They very well know in their bottom of the heart that whatever they are doing is the wrong thing, wrong action. See, everyone knows no, that whatever they are doing is wrong. काय समजत नाही का? समजतं सगळ्यांना, आपल्याला पण समजतं. रागवू नये, चिडू नये, आरडाओरडा करू नये, टेन्शन घेऊ नये, सगळं समजतं की नाही. We go under all sorts of emotions and feelings. We very well know that some of them are not helpful to us, but in spite of that we fall a prey to it. And same thing Arjuna is going under. See, you draw a parallel between Arjuna's life and our life, then this Gita will be interesting. Otherwise, Bhagavad Gita is there, Arjuna is there, Krishna is there, Gurudev is there, and study group is here. Try to correlate every stanza with our own day-to-day living. And therefore, Shravan, Manan, and Nididhyasana is important. Hmm. They see how much sincere people can be. Someone today from down called me. Their study group is going on from Corona. That is now 5 6 years, no? 5 years, 6 years. Every day morning 7:30 to 8, 6:30 to 7:30, and every day evening 4:30 to 4:30 to 5:30. How many people was there? Tell me. 100 people are there on an average. 100 to 120 people. And Swami Shivatatvananda is there who's conducting the course every day. And they are right from chanting. He has taught them all the entire chanting, then every entire scriptures. Now they are going in Upanishads. So however, that sincerity is very important. And उनका एक लॉ उसने बताया कि all cameras should be on. वो पहला क्राइटेरिया है. कि बोला आई कांटेक्ट ही नहीं होगा तो क्या बोलेंगे, किसको पत्थर को बोलेंगे क्या? वो आई कांटेक्ट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, है ना? If you have got eye contact, the person who is sitting there knows that whether you're understanding or not. I have no, I have no interest in looking at your face, कैसे दिखता, but if you don't show me your face, how do I know? I can anyway. But then that sincerity is required for us also. The Shravan, Manan, and Nidhyasana should be regularly done for ourselves, for our own upliftment of our own self. And giving a paltry excuse that it is not possible for me here. I don't have time. For your the passions and the likings which you have in your life, you take out time, isn't it? Suppose there is your son's birthday is there today evening, and what will say? I don't have time. Forget it. I don't have time. ऐसा करते क्या? You adjust your entire schedule in such a way that you can have time in the evening, don't you? Why? Because your son is very dear to you. and his birthday is more precious. And other than all things, similarly, when I give importance to the scriptures, my study, my reflection in my life, automatically you will see that you'll be regulating your life in such a way that you can take out time, try it out. And once you fall, become an addict. I use a it's a wrong word, but I use that word. But once you become addict to this, no, then you'll not leave it. मग त्याला सोडणार नाही. बघू, अंडरस्टँड. आपण पण करूया काहीतरी डेली स्टडी ग्रुप, साडे रात्रीचं. अहो जाऊ दे 1-2 वर्ष, बघू मग तुमचं स्थिरस्थावर होऊ दे सगळं. माझ्या त्याच्यात फायदा काय माहितीये का, की आपलं पण रोजचं सी सो नाईस ना. एव्हरी डे 1 hour यू आर गिव्हिंग टू लॉट, द एंटायर डे विल गो इन दॅट. किती सुंदर आहे. नाहीतरी आपलं चाललेलंच आहे रे. पुनरपि जननम पुनरपि मरणम पुनरपि जननी जठरे शयनम, यो संसारे बहु दुस्तारे कृपया पारे पाय. चल रे, हे चाललंय परत येते, हेच चाललंय. आणि हे सी दिस विल बी विल बी स्ट्रॉंगली होल्डिंग इट टू इट when you are regular, and regularity will come with uh, adopting some way or the other. Therefore, the idea of having study group every day, whatever time we'll see the time later. अभी पहले ये तो होने दो. At least 10-15 people should be regular, and then we'll see what to do. But that is a thought. It's a thought. It's a very good thought. Now, what is that? To take good things from everyone. Everybody is not. It's a really. And they had done Bhagavad Sapta also, 10 days online, and they had a Bhagavad Yajna afterwards. And for that, more than 175 people attended. हे घातला, आहुती दिली, बोलवलं, सगळं केलं. What see, कसे लोक काय काय करतात. And I'm not comparing, but you see the sincerity of people there. As आपल्याला वाटतं आपणच सिन्सिअर. There are so many people around. They have decided that this is my goal and I have to reach it. Upon therefore, I always stress upon the fact that keep in your life a long-term goal, a short-term goal, and try to achieve them. Short-term goals which are conducive to the long-term goals, complement to the long-term goals. है ना, की आता मी या नवरात्र आहे तर मी काहीतरी पारायण करेन, काहीतरी जप करेन, सम उपासना, काहीतरी उपासना करेन. काय नाहीतरी देवीचं स्तोत्राचं पुस्तक आहे तेवढं स्तोत्र ते रोज म्हणेन. काय होतं, दिस असोसिएशन विथ द लॉर्ड डेव्हलप्स लव्ह इन युअर हार्ट. And where there is love, there the faith develops. Where there is faith, automatically knowledge comes. And where there is knowledge, there is enlightenment. However, step by step होतं ते. But problem काय, we don't give a try, and our mind is like a monkey. काही केलं ना, see, I am not underestimating you or काय म्हणतात त्याला, reducing your confidence or scaring you. But if you are not regular in the upasana, that mind will play havoc in your life. कधी निगेटिव्ह थॉट कुठला येईल काय सांगता येत नाही. जसं वय वाटतं तसं. आता आय एम older, therefore I can tell you with authority and with experience की that time your health will be priority, your body will be priority. इथे दुखायला लागले की you start getting scared. आता मला काय होतंय. आता you are not on that stage ना. You are not scared of what is going to happen with your body or with your health. So that part of your life is cancelled. There are those thoughts. Now the remaining thoughts are what? Upbringing of your children. Whether you like it or not, they are destined to become something. है ना? They will become great. If you are sincere, you are giving them the whole atmosphere and conducive environment for their to learn. They will learn. They will become big. They will grow up and as good citizens. What did we do? Didn't we struggle and come back? So let them struggle. No, if they have taken birth, while taking birth also they have struggled so much. They have killed so many sperms and fought, and then they have come out. That is the case. Let them struggle. Now, why everything has to be spoon fed to them? No. Everything, everywhere spoon feeding is required. No, let them struggle. Let them fight. Let them have the habit of listening to know. नाही ऐकायची सवय करून द्या बरं का. इट इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. नाही देणं म्हणजे नाही देणार, संपला विषय. पण त्या मुलांना जेव्हा नाही ऐकायची सवय होते ना, तेव्हा ते मुलं पुढे प्रगती करतात. तुम्ही नाही ऐकायची सवय नाही लावली, देन दे विल गो आउट ऑफ युअर हँड. आय मीन इट्स अ वॉर्निंग, बट So it's a fact. Otherwise, what happens? They are not used to saying no. And when certain in life, when certain negative, someone recently, one of our acquaintances committed suicide for some paltry matter. आता मला आठवत पण नाही. Maybe his mother didn't allow him to get a new mobile or something. He went and committed suicide. का तर नाही ऐकायची सवयच नाही. These are lessons to be learned from the Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, I was saying this stanza is not only limited to people who will recount your everlasting dishonor and to who has been ordered dishonor is more than death. So therefore, I try my maximum to for me to uplift myself from the given situations and then try to learn from every stanza of the Gita and implement it to my own self. Okay. Anything else? Everyone has a mind, no? Everyone has a mind. Tell me your tricks. How do when your mind gets restless, how do you what do you do to bring it on your track again, right track again? I
मतलब
got some.
पहले तो नहीं समजता था की
Uh,
कैसे ट्रॅक पे लाना है. अभी थोडा थोडा पढ़ के अभी देवाचं नाव येतं लगेच.
पण ट्रॅकवर येतं त्याच्याने
हो
लगेच.
येतं येतं येतं.
व्हेरी गुड.
म्हणजे पहिल्यापेक्षा बेटर आहे. लगेच तर नाही म्हणता येणार बट म्हणजे करता येतंय. पहिले तर म्हणजे सगळं होऊन जायचं मग नंतर ते गिल्ट की अरे मी असं वागले, असं बोलले वगैरे वगैरे. आता ॲटलीस्ट आय कॅन आय एम इन बेटर पोझिशन नाऊ.
Very good now.
पूर्णपणे
Very
तर नाही जमत, बट काहीतरी
great,
इम्प्रूव्हमेंट आहे.
great. Raju,
We have learned from study group only once what you said about whenever you have a thought that is coming and you know "Hey, this is wrong,
uh,
entertain some other thought. Like if the thought is from the north side, change your track and go to the south side. So you never
replace
to the north side.
substitution,
Huh.
substitution.
Going to some other topic or changing it or giving it some time. So sometimes it is that you have to be very strict with your mind. Sometimes it is like you have to tell him all is well, we'll come back to this, something
Mm,
like that. But what one thing that we have learned here is whenever there is something, whatever action is there, we don't have an immediate response or immediate reaction to it now.
mm,
वी आर नॉट, मतलब वो ऐसा इम्पल्स नहीं हो जाता है कि वी इमीडिएटली रिएक्ट टू समथिंग. अभी
good.
व्हेन दिस ग्रेस वी हैव दैट व्हाट यू से, वो ठहराव है या वो
Uh,
दैट पेशेंस इज देयर, दैट
oh,
थिंक विद इन आवरसेल्व्स एंड देन वी से कि वेदर वी हैव टू रिस्पॉन्ड हियर और नॉट.
okay. I would like to hear Ravi because he has gone through a hell of a lot of problems. And then that time, how much he got fire fracture झाला, हे झालं, ते झालं. At that time, I am sure the mind was playing games. What did you do that time?
Did in the past.
That is, and that is a good answer,
Hmm.
but that is not a satisfactory answer. See, there are answers to all questions.
Yes.
And what is your name? Phaloji Rao. But that is not answer you have answered. The answer is good, but that is not satisfying the person. What did you do that time? Or that time your mind was not playing games.
I don't know. I mean, last year when the accident happened, uh, I don't know, maybe that Chaturmas was going on, so whatever sadhana was happening, because of that, it was not that deeply agitated, and I was
Oh,
accepting whatever is happening. But again, it is
great.
not my effort, it is all God's grace that was happening. So
I agree to that. But see, when situations comes na, that time it's very difficult to come out of it, to accept that.
mm,
And then that is your greatness. That you could stick to your sadhana and come out of it. Otherwise, any other ordinary person would have been totally shattered. सगळं असं झालं की काय करायचं गीता इथं भगवद्गीता कॉम्पिटिशन आलं हे आलंय त्याच्यात पाय झालाय त्याचं आईचं झालंय दॅट्स अ ग्रेट थिंग हा रमाकांत रमाकांतचं माइंड ऍडिटेट होतच नाही.
Many times it happens, but nowadays it is reducing. But what you can do, I do is sometimes when I get agitated, sit quietly, or maybe sometimes utter some prayer, or don't think about it for maybe 1 or 2 hours. After that, automatically that storm reduces, and I
Yeah,
become normal again.
that is the key, A good answer. That is the key. That intensity which is there initially, in some way or the other, I should be able to divert it by any means. I just chant stotras. Either best place is just leave the place and go for walk outside. आधा घंटा चल के आओ, she will be normal again. That those situations which are there, the circumstances which are there, they put fire again in that. Other chant sutras, if the Gurudev used to say you should have a small prayer room, in that if you go in the prayer room, automatically your mind becomes cool and quiet and steady. Yeah,
But
see,
sometimes trying to find the reason for why that happened,
that
that
is
will take you off track. So you should not try to find the
हा
reason at
दॅट
all.
इज फुलिशनेस. दॅट्स व्हॉट आय मीन. दॅट इज फुलिशनेस. माझ्याशी असं का झालं? झालं तर काय झालं तर ठीक आहे ना. येस द नेक्स्ट वन. आय वॉज कमिंग टू यू. बोल.
Sir, I was waiting for my turn. I thought I will raise my
नाही आय
hand.
वॉज गोइंग टू टेल यू ओनली. नेक्स्ट वॉज युअर टर्न. हा बोल.
Okay. There's lot of changes I would definitely like to vouch here. Earlier, whatever situation used to come, I used to literally go mad, cry, yell, and make a hell lot of a mess out of whatever used to happen. Now it is altogether different. I laugh at it. Of course, there is I don't know whether I have to say it's a reaction or a response, but at that particular moment, I do burst out. And after a while, after half an hour, 1 hour, then I like, क्या है ये छोटी सी बात है ऐसा होता रहता है, that's okay, that's normal.
No,
So
but
it's
that is also, that is you have to train your mind. That immediately it should not burst out. Give it a time. Therefore, our seniors or our forefathers would say that whenever you get angry, you chant 1 to 100. Once
mm,
100 comes, and then again you can get angry. By the time 100 comes, you are that great intensity which is there, na, that will reduce. This is a
yes, of course.
divert your mind somewhere. Don't let it burst. Afterwards, repenting and coming to a conclusion that everyone does. But not to have that particular thought is the what the speciality of a sadhak or the seeker. We are on that same. We are pilgrims on the same path. So I should be able to control my mind or train my mind in such a way that it doesn't react immediately. And why you are suffering the same thing continuously? मोठे मोठे बातें को तो सड़कों को पता it is very difficult for I mean frankly speaking it becomes very
No,
difficult.
not in every situation as such. I mean to say, not exactly in that negative way which I used to do
अच्छा
earlier. It's a different
हाँ
thing.
नहीं yeah, if it was 10 times a day it will come to 1 time or 2 times a day. Okay, slowly will improve it. That is very great na. That
That's
is good
there is
na.
action, and there is a perception to the other side why the other person is behaving or the situation is like this. So there could be some perception. It is some. I mean, for sure, there is some reason for it. That
नहीं what
the
you are
thought.
saying is true. See, it is not always pertaining to the other person. 90% of the time it is pertaining to your own self.
Hmm.
मला असं का होतं? Why do I behave in that fashion? Then I start feeling guilty. Then why these thoughts only to me? Then why this is माझं काय प्रारब्ध? मलाच काय? What have I done that I am suffering so much? But then you forget to see the other part that a glass is Abdul Kalam को किसने पूछा half glass दिया पानी तो what is there? He says my glass is full.
Hmm.
How he says you are half water, how it is full? See, there is half water and half air, so it is full. See, that is the thing ना. Half water and half air is there. तर आपल्याला पण तेच बघायला पाहिजे आपल्याकडे अर्धवट जे थिंग्स विच आर देयर हाफ हॅझर्ड ना दॅट लेटेस्ट ट्राय टू सी द पॉझिटिव्हिटी ऑफ द आर लाईफ that God has given me 2 eyes, 2 ears, proper nose, proper face, proper body, proper intellect, proper mind, proper surrounding, conducive relatives, near and dear ones, and people are helping me out. And the Lord's grace is so much that you are attending the study group and you are able to follow it. That is also more important.
Yes.
एवढं सगळं असताना then why you some negative point is there? Why you go after that? or why should I go after that? Why you? I'm not anyone to ask you, but why we go after that? है ना? When you start seeing, they say that when you have to compare yourself with the lower. If you have compared in our life, not for progress, for our upliftment. Materialistic life with I'm not concerned. I'm just dealing with the spiritual life. And when you have to see, if you compare yourself with the higher, maybe you know what, हा किती श्रीमंत आहे, याचं काय झालं, माझं मी असा काय आहे, तसा काय. But then think if you have the load, लोकांना खायला जेवायला मिळत नाही. They are staying in tents. It's raining so heavily. They don't have shelter. So many things you see, poor people, so many problems are there, isn't it? So people have got children with special children. काय काय सी सो मेनी किती दुःख आहे जगात त्या मनाने आपण सुखी आहोत की नाही सगळं दिलंय की नाही पण इन्स्पाइट ऑफ दॅट इफ यू कंप्लेंट अँड सी हो यू आर देयर इज नो वन मोर अनग्रेटफुल दॅन यू है की नाही so then at that time I should be able to divert my mind and think in such a fashion that positive thoughts only come to me doing that. हा अनु your turn. अनु विजू आणि निष्कला राहिले.
So previously, when things used to fall apart due to some reason, so there were many things, but I used to always blame others. So initially, you used to, when I was in India, I used to just shout or something like that. Then after that, I had a guilt feeling. Then I should not do. Then in the meantime, I realized that I should chant something to reduce my this short temper. But once I've come here, even if I shout, I know there's nobody here to listen to me because certain things are not in your hand. So, not always. I realized it that even if things are changing or something difficult is happening, you have no control over it. So I start chanting. So when I went to chanting class, so the I've learned the effects of those vibration, be it rudram, chamakam, or something. So they have the ability cool you or to. So sometimes your mind is so loud. Even if I chant those,
Hmm.
I within the chanting also I get distracted. I stop sometime and I go flow away with the thoughts. Then recently I have started with Guruji's talks from COVID. Guruji has done online
Yeah,
Kathopanishad or
yeah.
Bhagavad Singh and everything. So in 1 year I have completed all Guruji's talks.
Oh, great.
So whenever you listen to the talks, something of that sort does click for you in his something or the other is there.
Yes, yes, it is
So
there.
whenever I feel fall apart, I start with the chanting, even if it is loud enough right now.
Hmm.
Then I put any random talk.
Good,
So
good,
I
good.
feel that there is some advice for me in that talk or
Hmm.
some way to get out of this. So that has helped because satsang is very important. That is
Absolutely.
what I realized. So
Beautiful.
एक तो डे नाइट टाइम में इतना वेरिएशन है कि हमको हमेशा नहीं मिलता है और इधर भी स्टडी ग्रुप चलता है एक बट दैट इज वंस इन अ मंथ
Oh, they're good.
सो
Now, yeah, very
एंड
good. Very good. This
but
is
not frequently. So I got a habit of getting into YouTube now. I'm more into this digital right now. So I continuously logged on to YouTube, apna Chinmay channel, and
uh,
there are many US centers
no, if you
which
get
have
a chance,
shorts of Gurudev's archives also.
yeah, no, if you get a chance, now listen to Swami Abhedananda of South Africa.
Okay,
He's too
okay,
good.
okay.
He's too good. Huh? Now who's the friend Nishkara?
I guess he was in Chicago or some South
Yeah,
Africa before.
he was in Durban, and then
Huh.
he's in all
So
places. He was in Vibhuti also now recently. He conducted a camp in Vibhuti in June. But we had a
so
we
the
had a
talks itself I've gotten very positive attitude कि हाँ हो रहा है तो कुछ कर नहीं सकते. So this 1 year of solitude I have not thought of career. I have just मेरा लिखित जप्पा and everything, and probably I'm preparing for the next phase of
yeah,
life or something
yeah,
ऐसा कुछ रहेगा. So this can help me. तो जो कुछ भी सीखा जैसा पहले भी बोला जो नेगेटिव थॉट है उसको इतना पुश करो कि कुछ एग्रेसिव करने का इच्छा भी ना हो आगे, और जो पॉजिटिव हो तो ट्राई टू डू दैट इमिडिएटली, शुभस्य शीघ्रम, ऐसा जो
Yeah.
है,
अच्छा है ना,
जो
गुड.
बताया था चिताली ने लास्ट टाइम, तो वैसे ही चल रहा है फिलहाल, बट दैट इज हेल्पिंग अ लॉट.
Then good, no?
And
And
sometimes I've
whatever
received,
the Lord has done, na, so it is for your good only. You have progressed such a lot
yes,
in your then.
recently, I've not there is ISKCON temple here also, but
Uh,
on a frequent basis when I go there,
hmm.
they have tried to get that mantra meditation, but I am not just sticking to the Vaishnava culture. Apna kaisa Advaita
Then
philosophy,
I'll tell you,
all God is one.
I'll tell you now. Don't live Chinmay mission, because if you go to different
No, no,
places,
no. I'm not leaving Chinna mission, but
living, no, not living,
what?
also, living in the sense, not living, living in the sense that stick to our scriptures. By mistake, what we do, we read other for example, J. Krishnamurti. He's not bad, but if the plant has to be grown, it has to have the proper manure in the proper field, and we have got all that. If you start,
Yes, yes,
once what happened, Gurudev told specifically to the brahmacharis, hey, J. Krishnamurti is in town, please don't go. But there are some people ask, should we go and attend J. Krishnamurti lecture? He says, no, you don't have to do that. Whatever you're doing is sufficient. But in spite of that, of that group, 12 people went and attended the lecture, and Gurudev came to know. He said, I'm not going to eat for 3 days. He said.
mm,
And not only me, you also are going not to go into it. That's the punishment. Why? Because see, it's not that JK. He said JK is not bad. JK is not bad. He's Indian. But what the things you are going, scriptures are going, that will get diverted. Na? Your mind will get confused, because they are taking Bhagavad Gita in the path of devotion, which is maybe right also. I have not seen it, so I can't speak on it. But we are going in the proper way of scriptures, Shastra. That is otherwise going everywhere is not a problem, but scriptures should be asked. Otherwise, we can go everywhere. We can listen to so many lectures. But what apt the path of our sadhana should be of Chinna mission, also of Gurudev. You know, Saraswati.
yes, yes. My path of sadhana is just Gurudev, because in many unknowing way, Gurudev has of course helped me.
Then
But initially, for because there's no temple around, when I started going, they started to inculcate me into the mantra meditation, and that is, so it was a rigorous thing, and I didn't join it. I told I'm already initiated by my guru, and I have a different path. That is what I said. I just come here for service and for the for keeping my mind into the deity, nothing else. So in that I realized the mechanistic work of just japa,
uh,
the way we say, if I'm very agitated, just hold on to something, and that is what they are doing, but they are totally rigorous, and I don't know how it I cannot call this a cult, but it is like, if you don't do this, God is going to kick you out.
oh,
That kind of philosophy is actually there in that
that's
one of
what
the Bhagavad Gita class that I said, I heard it.
that is the problem. No, ki, my God never punishes. He also
Right.
he always focuses and takes you. अरे बाबा नको रे जाऊ दे चल झालं झालं. He is not a punishing God, because there are no don'ts in my philosophy. Only do's. And where don'ts come, no, the sense of guilt arises. Don't eat for a
In
day.
one of Guruji's talk only, Guruji said, if you are put in some situation where you don't like it the most, probably God is trying to tell you that you have not learned some part of it. That is why you're being put in the same situation again and again. You learn that part,
Hmm.
probably you'll start accepting that situation more better,
Hmm.
or you will not have that sharp likes and dislikes towards it.
Yeah.
So um,
Yeah,
that is what has helped
in,
me.
in short, what has
Guruji's
happened?
talks have
Yeah,
helped me a lot.
yeah. In
And
short,
chanting,
your impulsiveness has reduced. Impulsiveness,
very, very much, very
then
much.
yeah. Now Nishkala.
Yeah, when you mentioned impulsive, that was the word I was going to use now. Like, I used to be very impulsive. Like, reaction used to be quick for any situation, even the smallest of the things. Like, if anyone is upset, then you get upset. Or if anything doesn't go as per your, the tantrums or
Yeah.
kids or any, you like in office or I used to be so impulsive, but it's like a continuous churning, right? With all
Mm.
these years that we've been with the mission, there
Yeah.
was a gap in between, like it was more samsar only, like,
Uh,
but then again, that connection never got lost. It must have weakened in between, like little slow. But that churning was there continuous. And when now we are more associated in the study group and when we are listening to these, so
then
that
this
mind is
two,
thinking,
two,
yeah,
2 3 years have got
yeah,
a tremendous effect on the life also. Anyway,
it does, it
good.
does. And we are, before you were, I don't know, I'm not old, but I wasn't, I'm not young that much now. But that time we were so impulsive or would react, even though we were associated with Shri mission. But that time we, it was like a, just a part of the daily routine, right? Like, but now it's like a mind is thinking more, or the thoughts, we know how to control it. Even though we read about all this in the group before when we were in college and school, but now when I'm thinking, oh, what I read is actually working when I'm actually putting it into practical, and it's
Actually,
like, yeah. So continuous churning has
yeah.
been
I,
going on.
I
It's
learned a very
helping a
nice
lot now.
yeah.
Now
Every
it's actually, you can see the results. Yeah.
I learned a very nice lesson from Anu, that at least something or the other you hear every day, so that keeps
Mm.
you in yourself in the satsang.
Yeah,
That
I
that
also
thought.
open the YouTube and check like Guruji's, Gurudev's speeches, right? Like all those when
No,
they had the Gita
you
thing.
thought, I don't think you are there. Now
Uh,
Raju or Ravi told just now, there is one app known as Geeta 365. Every day thought or one lecture of Gurudev comes, which are hardly 2 or 3 minutes or 4 minutes maximum. You
they're going
can,
to launch, I think they said,
they
na?
have already launched. They have already launched.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just now we had put it. You are not there. We have put a little bit.
Oh, you
But
did. Oh, okay.
yeah,
We
yeah.
have to download the app, or?
Yeah, Ravi or Raju will put it on the group. You can take it from
Okay, okay.
there.
Yeah, that will help because, and as I said, na, impulsive. I used to be very impulsive before, but now I don't react right away. Like I'm very calm with any situation. Even when
It's so
my
nice.
dad's thing happened, like
Yeah,
I didn't react. I was stressed, but I didn't react. Some people will like over
yeah.
emotion
Great,
tha, but उस वक्त हुआ पर like I know I'm controlling it. I can
great.
see myself like how you present, or that I know
Right.
I'm changing that much for sure for the better.
Great, great.
Yeah.
Now who's left Viju and Chaitanya? Viju का तो mind calm, quiet, peacefully रहता है. Peacefully.
Hariom sir, actually I joined late. I had a
I,
1 hour class.
I have not asked anything. What I asked you is, whenever situations come which are not conducive, or then how do you react, and how does the mind react, or when your mind becomes agitated, or does it become agitated? How do you bring it into normal situation? That was the question going on. आपलं मन उद्विग्न होतं की नाही? मग त्याला शांत कसं करतो आपण? हा प्रश्न होता. त्याच्यात चढीगुप्त काही नाही.
Acha, acha, okay. No, no, I definitely whatever I heard, everyone. I think the same is my feeling about not being too reactive and impulsive. But I think off late I've been asking myself the same a question. What you did or what you're doing, is it going to take you closer to God? If not, just shut it out and focus on what will take you closer to God. So this question that I'm asking myself for the last, I think for the last 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, because I realized I have to do something desperately to get out of the frequent mood swings that you generally get into. I don't know if it is age related or it is because of the environment, but the question I ask is this, and I get an answer quickly and turn back to what is right.
Great. I have to learn so much from each one of you all. Great. Chaitali. Chaitali आहे का? नाही, but she's doing some work. I don't know. Chaitali आहे का? नाही. Anyway. Hmm?
So one thing to mention,
Uh,
that you had told, you have to communicate with God.
yeah.
So when you're always communicating with God, you are talking to Him within yourself. So there is no agitation at itself. You are always
अरे
always.
काय नाही होत सर. यावेळेला खूप त्रास होतो ना. आता कालचं सांगतो, लेस्टर्स आय हॅव बीन टू आनंदी and I had eaten something or I had not eaten something from 8 in the morning. 12 o'clock I've eaten, then from right 10 o'clock पोटात काही नव्हतं. Then gas developed. and my chest started paining so much. I could not move. काय हात इतकं दुखायला लागलं, इतकं दुखायला लागलं. आणि तेव्हा आणि त्या देवासमोर काय रिॲक्शन देणार? रामाचं नाव घेणार, कृष्णाचं नाव काय नाव काही येत नाही. तेव्हा तळमत असतो ना, तडफडतच असतो. काही नाही होत तेव्हा. काय तेव्हा कुठलंही पुराण, पोथी, नाम, स्टडी ग्रुप काही येत नाही. तडफड तडफड जीव आता माझं काय होतं असं होतं. आणि म्हणतो ना जीव आपला जीव जाणार आहे आणि किंवा आपलं देह जाणार आहे, हे सगळं मिथ्या आहे. ते आजपर्यंत इट इज नॉट सी काय गंमत आहे. द थॉट्स विच आर डुईंग आर व्हेरी गुडी गुडी हिअर, बट दे हॅव नॉट गॉन इनसाइड. दॅट इज अ प्रॉब्लेम. That has to be my thought, and that has to go percolate right to the every cell of your personality, body, mind, and the intellect. मग मजा येईल. नाहीतर मग काय आमचं काल काल मस्त गुरु देवाने परीक्षा घेतली. आज का दुखलंय ते अजून दुखतंय मला इथे. पण ते ठीक आहे म्हणजे ते गॅसेस नाही म्हणून समजलं. पण then this is the thing when it comes practical, that's what I'm trying to. Why did I ask this question? Not for y'all. I asked it for my own self. की बाबा तुम्ही काय रिॲक्ट करता की मला तुमच्याकडनं काय शिकता येईल म्हणून मी तुम्हाला विचारलं. छान. मला खूप मिळाले हे. काय पॉइंटर्स. मदत मदत होईल माझी. एनिवे नेक्स्ट वन. थँक यू ऑल ऑफ यू. हा घे रवी रीड अँड ही वाच. वैभवी वाच. भयात मला
35th.
दिसत आय कॅन्ट रीड.
Okay. 35th one.
So 30.
हा
भयाद्रणादुपरतं मन्स्यन्ते त्वां महारथाः येषां च त्वं बहुमतः भूत्वा यास्यसि लाघवम्.
वाच वैभवी.
The great battalion commanders will think that you have withdrawn from the battle through fear, and you will be looked down upon by those who had thought much of you and your heroism in the past. Continuing the common man's point of view arguments, Krishna says here that not only will the world blame him and history recount his infamy, but immediately the great warriors and battalion commanders, Maharathas, in the enemy lines will also start ridiculing him. They will laugh and say that the great archer Arjuna ran away from the battlefront because of sheer cowardice. They will interpret his consist- conscientious objections against the fratricidal war as an act of cowardice of a hero during a weak moment in his life. No soldier can stand such dishonor, especially when it comes from one's own equals among the enemy lines.
Read the next one also. Both are correlated. Ravi, take the next. Who will read it?
Moreover,
I वाच चालतो. You also read. Anyone can.
moreover, and many unspeakable words will your enemies speak, cavilling about your powers. What can be more painful than this? Finding that Arjuna is conspicuously reacting well to these arguments, Krishna drives home to him the folly of running away from the battlefront. It will be intolerable when his enemies scandalize his glorious name and his chivalry in foul language, too indecent even for words. Not only will history record for all times his cowardly retreat, but even while he lives, he will be pointed out and laughed at as a hero who ran away from the battlefield.
हम्म. है ना. See, this is when we do an act, no, we didn't don't think of its consequences. है ना. Suppose a government servant is there working in clerk is there working in the office. He feels good to take the money under table, take bribes, okay. But he doesn't think of the consequences. But when the police catch him, handcuff him, he's paraded through his own office outside in the jeep, and his name coming in the paper, and his relatives calling him and telling him and putting him in the jail, and that court process is going in other terms, where he's staying with the thieves, dacoits, all that, when he sees that, and when it comes to that, then he thinks, "Sorry, I simply should have not done it." But then, when what Krishna is trying to do here, He's trying to tell that bribe the person who's taking who's corrupt that if you do that, this A B C D E will happen, and then see what will be your condition. You'll be put in behind bars. Your relatives will spawn you. The people acquaintances will, you know, keep names. All sorts of things will happen only because of your one wrongdoing. Here also Krishna is trying to tell them once you start taking if you withdraw from the battle, what will happen? The enemy's lines will start ridiculing him. They will laugh and say that the great archer Arjuna ran away from the battlefield because of his sheer cowardice. They will interpret his conscious objection, as we discussed just now. People will not look at the intention, will look at the action. And मागे गेले की then people start blaming you, keeping your sense तुला आवडेल का? क्षत्रियाचं काय असतं माहितीये का? क्षत्रिय रक्त जे असतं त्यांना त्यांचं नाव आणि प्रतिष्ठा खूप महत्वाची असते. प्राण जाय पर होत नाही वचन न जाय है ना की हे इतकं महत्व असं की माझं प्राण गेले त्याला माझं मी म्हटलं ते बरं आणि तुझं तुझं तर पार वाट लावून टाकणार आहे ते लोक सगळे का तर तू फक्त त्या बॅटलीने पळून गेला बरं पळालास तरी तुला लोक म्हणजे इफ यू इवन withdrawing yourself or resigning yourself from the doing the from war, but what will happen? That people will start speaking, and the very purpose for which you are doing will be lost. What is your intention of not doing going to war? अरे सगळे लोक मरतील आणि मेल्यावर माझ्यावर येईल त्यापेक्षा लोकांना अन्न राहू दे मला नाही मिळालं तर चालेल दिस इज युअर लाईन ऑफ थिंकिंग ना की मला युद्ध का करायचं नाहीये माझ्याकडनं लोक कशाला मारायचं भीष्म आहे द्रोण आहे कृपाचार्य आहे द्रोणाचार्य आहेत त्यांना मारून मला काय मिळणार आहे कशाला मारायचं नाही त्यांनी मला शिकवलं त्यांनी अंगकांवर खेळवलं आता त्यांनाच मारून काय करायचं आणि माझे सगळे बाकी सगळे भाऊच आहेत ठीक आहे ना त्यांना त्यांच्या वास्तवाप्रमाणे ते करतात त्यांना करू दे तसं आपण नाही करायचं आपण करतो ना जगात आपण गुढी गुढी करतो ना तिथेच कृष्णांनी घातला हातोडा गुढी गुढी सगळ्या ठिकाणी गुढी गुढी वागण्याचं काही पॉईंट नाहीये See, even now, in office and sometimes you become so goody goody, no, people take undue advantage of yourself. And they say, hey, इसको क्या इसका कुछ मतलब कुछ नहीं करने का, you not going to react. काय करणार काय करून करून म्हणून ते आपल्याला शिकवले की when the need comes, it is not महात्मा गांधी saying that एक जगाला पुढे केलं की दुसरा गाल पुढे करा असं नाही सांगितलं. When times comes, you have to fight it out. You are right, no. You have got inner strength, no. I just speak out, no. Whether it's accepted or not is a different matter. But you should you be able to speak out your thoughts and what you feel is proper. Many a times in the board meetings, in the committee meetings also, or in your office meetings also, you just keep quiet. काय म्हणतात म्हणू दे and नंतर after that you go all sort of goody things will happen in your mind. काय आहे कसं आहे then you start complaining. But instead of that, have the courage to face it and put it there itself. That much courage, the man of integration have that much strength, inner strength. मग काय होईल ते होईल you can tell this is with due respect this is the falling points which I feel. But then घेऊ दे न घेऊ दे आपण काय करतो माहिती का आपण माघार घेऊन टाकतो अर्जुनने कसं केलंय तसं माघार घेऊन टाकतो अँड देन वी हॅव टर्म्ड एज हे काय बाबा स्पिरिच्युअल लोक आहे कावड लोक आहे घाबरट लोक आहेत हा आपल्याला शिक्का पडतो righteous people are many a times termed as cowards. And here, this Krishna wants to take it from Arjuna's mind. Therefore, he is saying, no soldier can stand such a dishonor, especially when it comes from his own equal amount of enemy lines. साधा शिपाई पण तुला नाव ठेवणार ह्या काय हात पुढे पळपुटे आहे जाऊन घेतला आणि एक दुसरं पण तसंच आहे and many unspeakable words will your enemies speak caviling about your powers. What will be more painful than this? And therefore, sometimes when I feel that when Modi is speaking and more people are speaking, he should speak out. He just keeps quiet. Bash them left and right. किती अन्याय सरकारच्या माणसाने to the extent is abusing his mother. So bad. Politics is a different game. Or politics and abusing is different. And such third-rate people are there in our politics. We feel ashamed of ourselves. And we are there not there to negate also. काही करू शकत नाही आता yesterday, the day before yesterday, the chief justice of India, he spoke. What he said, But there was a one Vishnu statue which is 7 feet long, who was beheaded by the Mughals. And the petitioner came to the court and told him that give us the order to reinstate that statue properly, because it was under the Archaeological Survey of India (ASI) that doesn't have direct powers, some technical problem. What did the Chief Justice say? He said, go and tell the Lord Vishnu to put his face again on your head, on again on his body. This is the Chief Justice of India, and no one speaks against him. There are people, there is resentment, but not to that extent. If someone just now I was reading on YouTube, would you have spoken the same word for Allah? If there was the mosque was broken, would you have told the petition that go and tell your Allah to reset the mosque? The state of his Vishnu would have been yours. This is. पण आपण आपले हिंदू लोक म्हणजे आपण भुलचट माघार गेले आहेच नाहीये. कारण पाठीचा कणा नसलेले लोक वी कॅनॉट स्टँड अप. एक प्रॉब्लेम आहे. लेट अस स्टँड अप फॉर ओन बेटरमेंट ना. हे लोक काय येऊन काय म्हणतात, काय किती त्रास होतो आणि आपण काहीच करत नाही. जो येतो तो आपल्याला मारतोच आहे. जो येतो तो मारतोय आणि आपण मार खात बसतोय. की तिथे काय काय माहितीये का, हे जे संस्कार आहेत ना लहानपणापासून मुलांवर व्हायला पाहिजेत. हे आपला हा हिंदू धर्म आहे. सी द मुस्लिम पीपल, आय सी मॉस्क इज इन फ्रंट ऑफ माय हाऊस. 2-3 years children are taking the mosque every day in the evening. 3 years, 4 years child putting those white dress, the girls putting that burqa, what is that head, काय म्हणतात त्याला काय माहित नाही. ते घालून चालले असतात सगळ्यांना. आणि एक नाही, 6 ते 7, 7 ते 8, 2-2 बॅचेस, 100-100 मुलं असतात. लाईट फ्रॉम चाइल्डहुड दे वाज टॉट दॅट अल्लाह इज सुपिरियर, इज ऑल बाकी सगळं बकवास आहे. आणि आपण आपल्या मुलाला मॉडर्न ना आपण तसले संस्कार ते त्यांचे शिकतील, काय नाही. And tomorrow, if something happens, the parents are going to be blamed, not the children. तुम्ही योग्य राणा प्रताप, शिवाजी महाराज, विवेकानंद, राम कृष्ण यांचं मुलांवर केलं नाही. त्यांना मेंटली स्ट्रॉंग आणि आपल्या आपल्या धर्माबद्दल जाज्वल्य तुम्ही मनात जागृत केला नाही. आपण किती आता एका मुलीचं आलं मला काल, त्याच्याच मुलगी आहे, त्या कोणाची मुलगी आहे. त्यामुळे सिद्धिविनायक मंदिरात तिने ती शॉर्ट्स घालून गेली, तिला हाकललं बाहेर. सिद्धिविनायक मंदिर आहे ना, 18-19 year kid, she wore short and went to the Siddhivinayak temple. I think they have got a dress code there. So she was sent out. And then she made a reel and it's become viral now. What we have to wear is our question. What God doesn't object. Who are you to object? And our Hinduism is a liberal religion. You are not. This is like what is a dictatorship. All sort of price. आमच्या मुलांना आपण शिकवायला पाहिजे की असे कपडे का घालायला नको, कुठले कपडे घालायचे. आईच मुलांना सांगते, मुलींना सांगते हे शॉर्ट्स घाल आणि हे घाल, चांगलं दिसतं, जा घाल. पण मुलं काय होणार. आणि मग पब आणि हे आणि ते यूज शो मी अ थिंग वेन अदर रिलिजन्स आर गो इन द पब अँड डू ऑल सॉर्ट्स मिशिफ. आपलेच जास्त असतात, एका दिवसाचे असतील ते की आपलेच लोक असतात शनिवार आज रविवार असतात की नाही. मग ते जे करायचं नाही ते आपण करतो. का करतो हे सगळं करतो? का आपल्याला त्याची भीती वाटलेली नाहीये. आपल्याला जे करायचं ते आपण करत नाहीये. व्हॉट वी ऑट टू डू आर नॉट डुईंग अँड वी आर थिंकिंग इन सम ॲब्स्ट्रॅक्ट वे. तेच अर्जुन करतोय की आता, की द सेम थिंग अर्जुन इज डुईंग. ही इज डुईंग व्हॉट हॅज नॉट टू बी डन. आय हॅव कम ऑन द बॅटल फील्ड, माय धर्म इज टू फाईट, आय विल फाईट, फिनिश. That's it. There's no question, full stop, exclamatory mark, kind, only full stop is there. Full stop is common. There you start thinking, why here, what to do. आणि म्हणून कृष्ण फटाफट एक मारतो धरून थोबाडी. Now he's trying to come on the right path, but not this time. Next time we'll take him to bring him on the right path. Okay? Then conclude. Anything कोणाला काय सांगायचं?
And also when think 10
बोल.
times or think 1,000 times, but once we decide, like how Arjuna,
Yeah.
he had that situation came onto the bat, so he already came into the battlefield, so he took the
Yes.
decision of
Fighting.
fighting. Yeah, but then he's backing off, so that is worse. Just like, so the teaching for us is think 1,000 times before you take the decision, but once you take the decision, stick to it.
Yeah.
Or go through it, or
Yeah.
face the problems or
There's the music.
yeah,
Now
yeah,
you applied for the job, you got the
mm,
job, you are getting salary. Yeah,
mm,
then why you complain about the job?
exactly. Yeah.
Eh, I've
So
taken
accept
I've
for
taken
it.
the job now. But
Mhm.
I've taken to the legal profession. Then why complain about it?
Mm.
Accept it. I've taken up to samsara. Then why complain about my husband or wife?
Yeah.
No one
Accept
invited
it
you.
and navigate through it, or yeah,
Yes,
go through it and just do your dharma.
you
That's
wanted children for your so that in the society you are able with it. Now God has given
yeah,
you children. Now you complain about them.
yeah.
है ना? आपणच केलेलं आहे आपल्याला आपणच आपल्या विरुद्ध जातो हे किती मूर्खपणाचं आहे. Same thought that Arjuna himself said, told Krishna that I am going to this battlefield and I am going to defeat the Kauravas and bring back the insult which has been, I mean, do good to the insult done to the Draupadi, isn't it? And now then only now he goes on the battlefield and says, no, बस हो गया. आपणच आपलं ते गंमत तशी आहे निष्कर्ष छान सांगितलं की आपण आपल्या आयुष्याचं ध्येय ठरवतो वी डिसाइड वॉट टू डू वी हॅव टेकन अप टू करियर अँड देन वी स्टार्ट कंप्लेनिंग कशासाठी फॉर व्हॉट देअर द माइंड प्लेज मंकी ट्रिक्स मंकी माइंड म्हणतात आणि एकाने छान सांगितलं कोणीतरी मला हे काल का परवा म्हणून मी काही नाही आय स्टार्टेड ऍक्सेप्टिंग थिंग्स माय बाय लाईफ इज बिकम ब्युटिफुल ऍक्सेप्ट बस काही नाही ते प्रश्न देर इज नो क्वेश्चन मार्क वॉट एव्हर कम्स ऍक्सेप्ट बस लॉर्ड्स विश नाही कोणाचा विश नाही काय नाही ही इज नॉट अ स्पिरिच्युअल पर्सन ही इज अ नॉर्मल पर्सन बट इज दॅट आय हॅव टेकन अप टू द लॉ ऑफ ऍक्सेप्टन्स बस आय ऍक्सेप्ट एव्हरीथिंग मला आलं ठीक आहे आय विल कम आउट ऑफ इट दॅट डिटर्मिनेशन इज ऑल्सो देअर आपल्याला गीता पळपुटेपणा कावड हे शिकत नाही ही हेल्प्स अस टू स्टँड ऑन अ फीट जनरेट मोर कॉन्फिडन्स अँड कम आउट ऑफ द सिच्युएशन बी
आणि ते
स्ट्रॉंग
पण ऍक्सेप्टन्स घेतलं तर आय मीन वेन वी आर ऍक्सेप्टिंग ते आपलं अजिटेशन पण तसंच कमी होतं मग
होतं
ऑटोमॅटिकली इट
ऑटोमॅटिक
इट
कमी होतं
रिड्युसेस या बिकॉज वी नॉट
आता साधा प्रश्न आहे
ओव्हर थिंकिंग देन
माझा
या
मुलगा किंवा मुलगी अशी का वागते प्रत्येक पालकाला प्रश्न असतो मी एवढे संस्कार केले म्हणजे सांगितले माझी मुलगी असं ऐकतच नाही का करते असं आता आपलं झालं कर्तव्य आपण सांगितलं आता त्याचं तसंच वाचणं आहे त्याच प्रवृत्ती तो तसाच वागणार आहे आपण त्याच्यात काय व्हॉट व्हॉट हाऊ कॅन यू कम्युनिट काही यू कॅन डू एनिथिंग मॅक्झिमम बिकॉज इट इज युअर सन इट इज युअर डॉटर कॅन टेल बाबा रे बाबा हा खड्डा आहे त्याच्यात पडू नको खड्ड्यात पडलं की लागतं बरं का तो म्हणलं नाही मला पडायचं नको रे लागेल तुला आपण हात धरतो तरी तो हात झटकून जातो आणि शेवटी व्हायचं तर तो खड्ड्यात पडतो मग आता आपण पालक म्हणून काय करतो परत हात देतो ये रे बाबा तू खड्ड्यात पडला ये बाहेर या मी तुला सोडवतो आता तरी करू नको एवढंच करू शकतो अजून काय करू शकणार बिकॉज लाईफ इज सो दिस डे टू डे लाईफ इज सो exposed to all sorts of things it is very difficult for you to go everywhere like so pampering the child you have to leave the child on her or his own they will learn their lessons and that take it for sure because we are on the path of spirituality and we are right from childhood or right from beginning the lord will take care of the child it is not that it will go out of hand he'll see to it that his remains on the proper trail मग थोडा जाऊ दे ना धक्के खाऊ दे ना काय फरक पडतोय आपलं आपण सायकल शिकताना किती वेळा पडलो सांगा बरं हा किती वेळा पडलो सगळीकडे हात खरचटते पाय खरचटते शिकलो ना सायकल जसं या जीवनाच्या सायकल पडू दे ना खर्चटू दे ना लागू दे ना त्याच्यातच त्याला धडे मिळणार आहेत आपण लगेच भांडायला जातो 2 मार्क कमी पडले की टीचरशी माय चाइल्ड नीट जाऊ दे कमी मार्क मिळू दे ना काय होतंय त्याला आता पुढे पुढे असंच होणार आहे कमी मार्कवाले पुढे राहणार आणि जास्त मार्कवाले मागे राहणार आहे दिसतंय ना IIT मध्ये किती आहेत 26 मार्कवाल्याला सिलेक्ट झाले आणि 94 वाल्याला रिजेक्ट झालं सीट IIT आणि मग त्यावेळेस फ्रस्ट्रेशन देताना ते आतापासून देवाच्या कृपेने तुम्हाला ट्रेन करते ठीक आहे जर त्यावेळेला खूप त्रास होतो अरे मुलं 3-3 4-4 दिवस रडतात माहितीये का आय सीन त्या तू संक्षेप रडता की इतकं मेहनत केलेली असते 2-2 3-3 4-4 वर्ष आणि एका मार्काने जातात तर 94% दे आर नॉट गेटिंग ऍडमिशन इन IIT अँड 26-27% 27 मार्क्स मिळालेले ते पोरग पोरगी जातात only because of the caste reservation. किती त्रास होत असेल आणि पुढे मेरिटमध्ये काहीच येत नाही पुढे. This politics has English left politics and politics has screwed up the entire nation. Anyway, that is not the point. We got whatever we wanted. Hmm? Chalo, we conclude. We should take the pledge. And next time onwards, please put the camera so that I can see you all. Okay, if you are traveling or not, don't put it. But otherwise, please put the camera.
The problem with the camera is I don't mind putting, but then I don't want to look at my face every time.
Hi.
Like you're
Arey,
watching yourself, right? So it
no,
distracts
why
you
you watch
more.
yourself?
That's
Na,
why.
watch Mita.
हाँ
Watch Ramakant, watch Ravi Raju. किसको भी देखना तो कुछ भी देख रहे.
हाँ, पर
I never watched
ऐसा नहीं
myself.
कि मैं खुद
I,
सिर्फ
in today's group, just now I'm watching myself. When you told, otherwise I didn't
it
watch
feels
that. I know
weird.
that.
That's why.
No, no, no.
Watching
I know that
reflection
this corner of the camera, I am there, so I never look there. अब भी देखा मैंने. तूने बोलने के बाद देखता मैंने. Anyway, ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः. काय प्रॉब्लेम असतात रे. Anyway, ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम. हाँ, लीजिए विष्णु.
We stand as one family, bound to each other with love and respect. We serve as an army, courageous and disciplined, ever ready to fight against all low tendencies and false values within and without us. We live honestly the noble life of sacrifice and service, producing more than what we consume and giving more than what we take. We seek the Lord's grace to keep us on the path of virtue, courage, and wisdom. May thy grace and blessings flow through us to the world around us. We believe that the service of our country is the service of the Lord of Lords, and devotion to the people is devotion to the Supreme Self. We know our responsibilities, give us the ability and courage to fulfill them. Om Tat Sat Hari Om.
आणि निष्काला, we have